Hey, you guys. Welcome. This is Tamaya Robles. I am your credit expert. I am the owner of my company, Fix My Credit Now, 850.com. I am the host of my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. NAREV High Desert Chapter President out here in Victorville, California. What's good, y'all? Listen, I need you to ignore the heavenly glow. Okay. I'm trying to scoot away from it a little bit, but it's not working. So just ignore the heavenly glow. The heavenly gates are right here in my backyard. So I can't help that. All right. I can't help that. Anyway, let's get right to it. So you guys see the title. You guys know why you clicked. All right. This is a thing that people ask me all the time. How can they quickly increase their credit score? Even though I tell y'all all the time, it's not about the score, it's about the credit profile as well. And it's not just about the credit profile, it's about your credit score as well, right? But just for the sake of this video, I do want to show you 3 ways to quickly raise your credit score. Now, there's a lot of you guys that have a really good credit profile, but your score isn't that great. So, this should definitely help you guys. So let's get it right into it. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to share this little chart with you. So this is under my FICO. This is a FICO. This is what makes up your FICO credit score. So you have your FICO and your Vantage. We're not going to be talking about the Vantage at all. We're focused on the FICO score because a lot of the lenders that you guys are using or applying for a debt for, whether it's a mortgage, a car loan, credit cards, they're mostly looking at FICO, not Vantage. Once you understand what these things are and how they impact your credit score, it may help you understand a little bit more of why you need to focus on certain things to jump your credit score. And hopefully this video helps. Now, the payment history makes up 35% of your credit score. So, like I tell you guys, make sure you're paying your bills early, not on time. Why early is on time is late. So, if you miss one missed payment, I'm telling you, this 35%, you're going to feel it. Now, we're going to get into this a little bit more, but this is your credit utilization, your revolving utilization, the amount of debt that you have overall, and your utilization. You want it to typically be at 15% utilization or less. You do not have to zero out your credit cards, people. But if you can get your credit card utilization payments down to 15% or less, you're golden. Anything more than that, not only does it have a 30% impact on your credit score, it will lower your credit score, but you're also paying interest. So keep that in mind. It's good if you're at 20%, 30%, but beyond that, it does impact it, but and you're paying interest. But some people think they're good at 30%. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. You're just paying interest. That's all. But it does equate to 30% of your credit score. Now, the lower numbers, 15, 10, and 10, is the credit history, the amount of new credit, and the good credit mix. So I will speak on this real quick, especially if you already have aged credit. If your credit length is beyond 7 years, 7 years is the sweet spot. 7 years and beyond is where you want to be. But if you keep adding new credit, then it takes away from your years. Therefore, it will lower your credit score. So, what I would first recommend is lower your credit card utilization. Pay your credit cards down. Okay. Pay them down to 15% utilization. Do not apply for new credit, especially if you're trying to considering buying a house, for example, or a car. You don't want to mess up your debt to income ratio also while applying for new debt. But you don't want to apply for new debt because it will take away your years. Pay down that credit card. Pay your credit card down as much as you can. You do not have to zero it out. Okay. On your personal side, if you zero out your credit cards too much, it gives the banks the notion that you really don't need it or you're not utilizing credit that much, and they could tend to close your credit cards. Yes, it happens. It's not a common occurrence, but sometimes people will pay their credit card off and then not use it, and that triggers the bank to close it. That's it. That's all. Now, another thing you want to do, and this is pretty important, you guys, the first thing you want to do is look at your own credit report. take a look at your credit report and see if there's any negative items that can be disputed. So we're going to take a look at a credit report here. No, this is not my credit report, you guys, but you're going to see the negative. Let me make sure you can see the screen. Of course, you can't see the screen. Okay, there you go. Right. So you want to look for anything negative. So I tell you all the time, once you see colors beyond green and blank, you don't have to worry about no colors in green. You're golden. But when you see yellow and orange and reds and blacks, that's not a good thing. Those are the accounts you want to challenge, you want to dispute. But if you're looking to do things quickly, what I recommend, especially if you're going to be a factual disputer such as myself, go after the negative collection accounts. Okay. All collection accounts are going to be negative, but you want to make sure you go after the collection accounts because the debt is already sold to the collection agency, and 99.99999 times out of 10 or percent of the time, they're going to report it inaccurately. And that's what you want to attack. So if you take a look here, this is Jefferson Capital. Jefferson Capital is a collection agency. Okay. They bought your debt. They bought your debt for pennies on the dollar. More than likely, they reported the information completely wrong. So therefore, you want to dispute that. It's going to be pretty fast, pretty simple, but look for the negative items. Now, looking much closer at this negative item, you can see all the information that is inaccurately reporting. Real quick, let's just take a look. They're saying the last time this account was verified was July 25th, 2025. This one says for Experian, July 26th. Equifax says July 26th. Now, as you know, there should be one account. One account has the same information across the board. So when it gets reported to the credit reporting agencies, it shouldn't be misinformation. It should be one uniform information, right? Like all the information is coming from the account. One account, the information should be the same. It shouldn't be mixed up. So, like, let's see what else. Because Jefferson Capital always reports things wrong. I don't know what's up with that. And they know better. I don't get it. But let's see. Date of the last activity. A lot of times that's the date of the last payment. This TransUnion is reporting July 25th. Experian reporting June 1st, 2024, which is a different year. And then Equifax is reporting July 26, 2025. That's pretty major. Okay. That's pretty major. That's anything that's wrong. You want to tear it apart. The close date. That's very important. So if the close date is wrong or inaccurate, that's a violation of your rights under the FCRA, right? So you want to look at that. This TransUnion is reporting that this account was closed July 25th, 2025. Experian is saying June 1st, 2024. And Equifax is saying July 26, 2025. So you want to look at all of the negatives and then you want to do a dispute letter, okay? Pointing all of the negative things that were wrong with that account. And trust me, if you do it that way with collection agencies and you got some collections, they're really not about that life, especially if you're writing a good, strong dispute letter pointing everything out that was wrong. Now, the third thing I want to share this with you guys, hopefully it cooperates with me. You want to go under Experian Boost. Now, I'm actually going to refresh this because for some reason, this site has been causing some issues as far as me sharing, but I will explain it as I'm refreshing it. I like to show things while I'm doing it so you can see that, this is some real stuff right here. But if you go to Experian.com or usa.experian.com, it will give you an option here in the tab to go to an Experian Boost. What Experian Boost is, it's only obviously with Experian. It allows you to connect all of your accounts, all your credit cards together, and they're going to scan each and every one of them. All right. They're going to, sorry, I keep thinking I'm sharing with y'all and I'm not sharing. I apologize. But this is Experian here. You want to go Experian.com. Right here under this tab, it will say Experian Boost. Click on Experian Boost. It will take you to this screen. This screen is, I actually did it already on this account, but you can always add other accounts. You want to keep adding as many accounts that you pay bills under regularly, so it can scan all of the accounts, all the credit cards, all the bills, and pull the positive accounts that you've been making on time payments with, and then put it on your credit report. You can literally boost your credit score within 5 minutes. It will take longer if you have a lot of accounts to add. But in this situation, I only added one account. My score, which I showed you guys in person, right? I think I did a live. My score jumped up 34 points in 5 minutes. So, yeah, that was just one account. I can add other accounts to it, but just for the sake of education, I wanted to show you the one. So, definitely do this. Mind you, my score is increased since here. I haven't refreshed. This is actually pretty outdated. But hopefully, you guys, that gave you some sort of idea of how to quickly raise your credit score. Now, let me give you a quick little bonus here, right? Not too many people, credit experts, agree with this, but it's a thing. Some people agree, some people have experienced it or say, yeah, this definitely works. And some people say, oh, no, that has nothing to do with credit. It doesn't work. But what I would do is when you look on your credit report, make sure you only have one name, one address, and one employer. Okay. One name, one address, one employer. If you see your name listed a bunch of different times with a bunch of old addresses, bunch of different employers, nobody wants to see that. No lender wants to see that, especially if you're applying for business credit. When you get that updated and just have the one showing, it actually increases your credit score pretty quickly. You can make this over the phone. This is not technically a dispute per se, so you could keep writing letters over and over again. You don't have to wait the 30 days at all. Just go ahead, dispute, or I'm saying dispute, but write your letter saying, this is my name, this is my address, this is my employer. Please remove any other ones after that. The reason why I know this happened, because I think I told you guys before, a couple years ago, I went to get my credit report, and all three credit reporting agencies showed my name, 20 different versions. Okay. Had addresses. Oh my God. Some of the addresses weren't even my addresses, just so you know. I had literally like 30 plus addresses. And then like employers, they said had me working at Amazon. Like I never worked at Amazon. Like it was crazy. But when they fixed it and they updated my report, all you saw was just delete, 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 delete all across the page. But then my credit score jumped to 20 points. So definitely try that. Again, some people are on the fence. They were like, no, you can't do it and increase your credit score. And some people die by it. I'm one of those people that live and die by it because I lived it. Hopefully this helps you guys. Okay. Hopefully that helps you see that this is pure education from the heavens. You know what I'm saying? Like pour it into your screen. But good luck. If you guys have any questions, concerns, definitely get at me. If you want your free 30-minute consultation, you know how to go check me out. Everything's in the description below, but go to fixmycreditnow850.com. Schedule your free consultation. Continue to download, share, subscribe, follow, like, gift on TikTok, all the things. You know, I love my TikTok people. But yeah, get at me, you guys, and I wish you the best of luck on your credit journey. I will talk to you.